The day the sky forgot to say no. In a quiet village wrapped in hills and silence lived two inseparable friends, Ari, who was 10, and little Veer, just 6. They did everything together, chasing dragonflies, playing hide-and-seek among bamboo groves, and dreaming of flying machines made of banana leaves. One sunny afternoon, their games led them far from the village, to the edge of a forgotten field where laughter echoed like birdsong. But joy took a sharp turn. Ari, while trying to leap over a shallow ditch, slipped and fell into a pit that was deeper than it looked, half filled with murky water. He didn't know how to swim. He thrashed and yelled, his voice cracking with panic. Veer froze for a moment. The trees whispered, the grass held its breath, there was no one around. But then the little boy saw an old rope with a rusty bucket tied at the end, left behind by some field worker. Without thinking twice, Veer flung the bucket toward his drowning friend. "Grab it, Ari! Hold tight!" he shouted with a tremble in his voice. Ari caught hold, and Veer, small, skinny, and barefoot, pulled with all the might his tiny frame could offer. His hands burned, his feet slipped, tears streamed down his dusty cheeks. But he didn't stop, not once. And inch by inch, struggle by struggle, he pulled his best friend out of the water. The two collapsed beside the ditch, breathless and muddy, but safe. They laughed and cried and held each other like brothers born of different mothers. When they returned to the village, expecting scoldings, they found only disbelief. "How can a boy who can barely lift a bucket pull out a boy 4 years older?" the villagers asked. "It's impossible." Only one person believed the tale without question, an old man who rarely spoke, but watched the world with eyes that saw deeper than most. He said, "Don't ask how he did it, ask why he could do it." When the curious crowd leaned closer, he smiled and said softly, because in that moment, there was no one to tell the boy that he couldn't, not even himself. And on that day, the sky forgot to say no, and a child reminded the world what the mind, free of fear and full of love, can truly do.